Hello, hello, hello. Welcome. It is me, Danyell Carmelita, your favorite tarot reader and astrologer. Yesterday, I did a video on the full moon in Aries, and I also talked about Venus entering the sign Sagittarius. If you want to know overall how that's going to affect the collective, then go ahead and check out that video that I did live yesterday. Today, we are doing the horoscopes. I also have some current events that I'm going to discuss, which I didn't have time to discuss yesterday. So if you're into this, then you're at the right place. I'm also going to pull some tarot. I have some oracle cards here and some tarot for some predictions for all of us in our individual signs. Okay. Now, current events. Let's start with that. And I'm trying to think if you guys, okay, there are some people who ask some questions and they want more details. If you want more details, you have to join my community and I can give you more details. But if you are here live and you have questions, feel free to ask them and I will answer them. Okay. So right now, let's get into the current event. Okay. So here we are. Let me see. Okay. Do we like it like that? Okay. This might be better. Okay. So we are going to talk about the title of this is Meet Tesla's Optimus Robot, Humanoid Friend. We can do anything. Elon Musk apparently had I don't know if it was a show or whatever, and he had these robots, which I've already seen. I've seen them at the store. I don't know if any of you guys been to the Tesla store, but he had those, and he has the robots serving drinks. A little scary. It looks like a human.
See that? Yes.
That is so freaky.
You want to get a photo? Yeah, for sure. Let's do it. Little video. Hey.
Is there a human in here? Okay. He can serve, he can dance, he can take selfies, he can talk, he can do anything you want. That is Tesla Optimus Robot, who can be humanoid, who could be your humanoid friend. Several humanoid Optimus robots were seen walking the ramp and serving drinks to attendees at Tesla We Robot event held in California. I need to look up Tesla's natal chart. I looked up Elon's natal chart for this. Anyway, what else do we have? Here's another video.
A robot with arms and legs instead of a robot with wheels.
Okay.
And
That's
we've
music,
made a lot of
that
progress.
is really annoying, but let me play
with
it
the
without
Optimus.
the sound. Anyway, but if you can see the robot, I think it's scary. So, but was that the robot serving drinks here? I don't know. It looks like it's moving kind of stiff. But, I don't know. Anyway, proving his claims, Musk brought along a bunch of Optimus robots to the party and requested people to be nice to them. You will be able to walk right up to them and they will serve you drinks at the bar. It's a wild experience just to have a humanoid robot. This is iRobot, the movie in real life. Okay. Optimus will cost $20,000 to $30,000 in the long term, Musk said. Now, this is to me affordable. Okay. You're talking about the price of a car. And I'm pretty sure people will be leasing these cars. These robots. He's waving. It is so, man, robot, didn't it feel like you were in some time travel trip to be there? Okay. All right. So that is what we have for Elon. Okay. And yeah, I think that is yeah. Okay. So that's what we have for Elon. So let's bring the chart into this. Okay. And when we have the chart, let me pull up Mr. Elon's chart. Okay. And I did not look up Tesla, which I'm going to have to look up a Tesla chart for us, but I didn't do Tesla. That would probably be more fitting because this was a Tesla event, but I did bring up Elon. Okay. So let me see what I have in my notes, which I was very interested. I can't believe, first of all, let me just break down his chart. First of all, I was really shocked about Elon's chart. I did not know he had a Cancer stallion. A lot of issues with sensitivity here because he is a male, and I think that the males hold the sun sign a little stronger. very interesting there. I didn't even look at his moon. Of course, he has a moon in Virgo that is hardworking. Okay, so, but I was more interested in his Mars. And if you see his Mars is over here in the 8th house, Mars, I immediately was looking for his Aquarius energy because all of this represents Aquarius. Aquarius is all about technology and the future and robots and thinking outside of the box. But because he has a Mars in Aquarius in that 8th house, the Mars in Aquarius alone, it's about passion for technology and innovation and future orientated kind of drive to do things about the future, about robots. Also to like committed to the collective, to progress and to move forward. And there's also an intellectual curiosity and unconventional ideas when you have a Mars in Aquarius. And Aquarius is about ideas and communication, hence him owning X. He was meant to own X because that is a social media app and that is an Aquarius theme, just so you know. Yeah, but they're all about collaborative vision. Oh, what is not plugged here? Okay. Collaborative vision and technical or technology advancement, technical advancement. Very independent and unconventional approach to things, okay? But also about the collective, about humanitarian causes. I don't know if he's much of a humanitarian, but just about the people. And also, when you have Mars in Aquarius, you're very detached. At the same time, you're very determined. Mars in Aquarius is very fixed energy, and the emotions are not really there. I'm not really sure how Elon does things, but I'm pretty sure when he does them, there is not emotion. It's all about logic, okay? But very eccentric. And I do think his kids do have a very eccentric names. Very unpredictable energy, very intellectual energy, very wants to collaborate with others and have a group. Now, if you see, his Mars is conjunct his North Node here. And when it's conjunct his North Node, then you're talking about someone who is supposed to do this in his lifetime, this Aquarius energy, everything that I just discussed earlier. He's supposed to achieve and drive to do it, okay? So just very natural leader in innovation and change. And he's going to be very relentless because these two things are hugging. And when two celestial beings are hugging together, not only are they good and bad, okay, but they're also very strong energy. So he has a relentless pursuit for his futuristic goals and the future for the collective and embracing change and having innovation in everything. And it's aligning to his personal willpower, okay? His personal greater mission in life now is to achieve these things that are very futuristic, very out of the box, very future. I said future, very just for the collective. All the things that he's doing, he's been here to do. It's crazy. He is not confused at all when it comes to, well, I won't say confused. I didn't even look at his Mercury. But the drive that he has is very on point. And it is conjunct his North Node. So you see that everything he's pursuing is meant to be. That's great to have in a chart, by the way. And but it could be impulsive and there could be risk taking when you have this. And the structure of things, he really doesn't believe in the structure of things, and he may alienate himself from others, you know, because it's very detached and aloof kind of energy when he's trying to pursue things. And it could be very eccentric, maybe too eccentric or maybe too unpredictable. And there could be struggles with like delegation to a team dynamic because he's an individual, but he wants to team at the same time. Yeah, anyway. Also, someone who is not really going to compromise when he's trying to achieve things is a very thing. What about anyway? Yeah, but yeah, that is what you have, and he could probably burn out a lot. Anyway, but that is in the 8th house, and I'm gonna quickly say what the 8th house energy is because I own a Tesla, okay, and I am going to give up my Tesla soon. A personal okay, just me personally, when Pluto enters Aquarius, there's great things about that, and I'll talk about that in a minute, because that's why I want to talk about this story real quick. But him having this in the 8th house, 8th house represents transformation. It represents power. It represents finances. It represents obsession. It represents control. It also represents mysteries. Okay. So like intense interest in hidden knowledge or hidden information or hidden, because it's Aquarius, hidden communication or hidden things that are about the future, power dynamics and control. this is all what he has in that 8th house. Okay, so desire for deep transformation could be happening. At the same time, there could be intense emotions, not emotions, intense drive to control and have power. Okay, yeah, but there's some secrets and there's things that are very taboo. Ooh, I just wonder that sex drive too, because it represents a sex drive. That could be a little different also, and there could be some taboo things with it, with that attraction to the future and a collective and doing it also at the same time. There's transformative energy, power, control, and money added to this, and things that are very taboo. Okay, so one great thing, let me just say, is that his Mars in Aquarius and at North Node is also trining Venus. So him doing all this and getting a drive, he's going to get a lot of support, and also naturally attract things. People are naturally attracted to the fact that he's driven with this Aquarius energy and pursuing the things he's supposed to achieve in his lifetime. Now, this is also in the 12th house of secrets. Okay, I am very aware of that. Okay, also, let me see, what else do I have? Let me see if I have anything else. Yeah, I think that's it. Oh, also too, he has an MC in Aries, so he's supposed to do this. It's very leader energy, very first to do a lot of things. Yeah, anyway, but I want to talk about some futuristic stuff. When I was looking at that article, I said, let me move this and let me explain. Let's go years. Okay. When Pluto enters Aquarius, this energy, all this gets even bigger. Also, Pluto entering Aquarius, and I did a video on this, but Pluto entering the sign Aquarius is a lot of control over social media, a lot of control over communication, a lot of control over the airplanes. Okay. Pluto also is here to investigate and bring the mysteries of things. So anything that's dark and very taboo, dealing with Elon Musk, that's going to come to the light too. If there's any darkness, I just want you to know that. Pluto also is very controlling and power obsessed. Okay, and obsessed with power. Also, there's money involved with Pluto too, like controlling the money. So when you have this and it starts to get closer to this energy, which is about for him, I would say 2027, 2028. Okay, and this is the reason why I said I'm gonna get rid of my car. Okay, there is a transformation in technology. It will be advancing more than ever when Pluto is in the sign Aquarius. Okay, so there is advancement, there is power in technology. All that will be happening. There will be major transformation in Aquarius themes, anything dealing with the air, communication, social media, and technology in the future. All that is going to be amazing and exciting. At the same time, the power dynamic, I'm not into that. Okay. So, but there could be some power through technology, like we could be receiving some power as a collective, but also there could be power and control on the other side. Okay. Unconventional approaches to having power and control could be happening. Yeah. So, with that said, and also too, there could be obsession for him and extremes happening for him. Okay. Non-traditional power dynamics. You're talking about, you have your traditional hierarchies, and that's talking about like the president or whoever, the Illuminati or whatever, who's in charge. But when you're talking about Elon Musk and you're talking about Pluto and Aquarius entering that 8th house on top of his planets, and you're talking about what is this going to look like for us in a collective, he could be someone who's in charge. I'm just saying, this power obsession could be happening for him, and he could be driven to have power through innovation and technology. And what would it look like if everyone drove a Tesla, or if he owned all the electric plug-in cars kind of things? I don't know what it would look like, because I can't imagine, but I'm just saying there is something like that. Or maybe a desire to transform social influences, and just very obsessive when it comes to the pursuit of change and a pursuit of the future and having control over the future. We'll see how that works, and if it's for the collective, because he does, there is humanitarian energy, or if he will be too obsessed with the power of having control. Okay, hidden or under the radar kind of influence is definitely having that energy too. And there's a just, you know, you could be fighting for a cause, because Aquarius is all about fight for the people and rebelling. That's also very Aquarius. At the same time, I'm seeing it very for Elon control. Okay. Control, control, control. That's just what I see, especially when you have that Mars and Pluto, just a lot of power dynamics. And because he is the owner of Tesla, and I'm going to have to look at Tesla, I'm releasing a car. Okay. Just so you know. But I'm just telling you what the future is going to look like. Elon is going to get more powerful with all this. If he already has this, just this part alone is making all of these things happening. The iRobot, the van that's supposed to happen, all that stuff. If that is happening, imagine when Pluto enters Aquarius. And then look, in 2 more years, then you have the North Node also entering Aquarius for the collective. So the future and the power for the future is going to get more intense, and we're supposed to have power through technology as a collective. And it's just, we'll see. Okay. Stay tuned for that. Now, on another note, I want to maybe I should pull a card on that. Okay. So let's pull a card on Elon Musk and see. You know what? I'm going to just pull an oracle. Let's pull an oracle card and see what we have about Elon Musk and the future. And we have Adam, dark divine, father of creation. Right? Adam was like the first of the first. Isn't that interesting? The first of the first. So there'll be a lot of beginnings with him. Also, but Adam betrayed, right? He betrayed God. If you know anything about Adam and Eve, there was betrayal, but there was this father of creation. Here is this energy. So he's going to create, and which is a great thing. At the same time, being the first and doing things new, maybe not knowing the rules of something, could cause some sinful energy. Okay. Which you do have in the 8th house. So that is what we have for Elon. Now let me share my screen again, and let's see what the next story is. I have to remember the things that I'm doing. What story? I have to, oh, here we go. This is the next one here, okay? And let's see how this is going to play out. Let me actually, if you guys don't know, Obama gave a speech, okay?
America's first Black president had some frank discussions with young Black voters who could play a crucial role in this year's election, asking Black men to accept the entry of women, particularly women of color, in corridors of power. Barack Obama's words managed to touch a raw nerve.
I'm going to speed
Though
it up.
most Black men agreed to President Obama's sentiments, some made some rather strong objections. Our next report brings you more.
Former US President Barack Obama has found himself on the wrong side of American voters, particularly Black men. Last week, the 44th President of America gave a blistering performance in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Speaking in the swing state, Obama called on men and Black men to vote for Kamala Harris.
I'm sorry, gentlemen. I've noticed this especially with some men who seem to think Trump's behavior, the bullying and the putting people down, is a sign of strength. And I am here to tell you that is not what real strength is. Real strength is about working hard and carrying a heavy load without complaining. Real strength is about taking responsibility for your actions and telling the truth even when it's inconvenient. Real strength is about helping people who need it and standing up for those who can't always stand up for themselves. That is what we should want.
Right.
That wasn't it. As Barack Obama continued to open a bigger can of worms after addressing the crowds from the podium, he spoke to a group of Black men separately. He urged them to embrace women in power and pick Kamala Harris as the next president.
I'm going to go ahead and just speak some truths, if you don't mind. Because my understanding, based on reports I'm getting from campaigns and communities, is that we have not yet seen the same kinds of energy and turnout in all quarters of our neighborhoods and communities as we saw when I was running. And you're coming up with all kinds of reasons and excuses. I've got a problem with it.
You got a problem.
Because part of it makes me think, I'm speaking to men directly.
Men
Part
directly.
of it
Black
makes me
men.
think that, well, you just aren't feeling the idea of having a woman as president. And you're coming up with other alternatives and other reasons for it.
But the lecturing didn't stop there.
Oh,
As
the
Barack
lecturing.
Obama put on a stern fatherly act, he asked Black
Fatherly
men to
act.
learn from Black women, whom the former president claims are against Donald Trump.
Anyway, he kept going. and kept going, just so you know. And I want to bring that to the chart. So let's break down why this speech that Obama gave wasn't the best for some people. Okay. In particular, we'll say Black men were offended. And of course, when I say this, I'm not speaking for all Black men. Okay. I am just speaking for the ones who were offended. Okay. Now, first of all, Mercury in Libra. Is it his Mercury? These are my notes. Okay. Mercury. Oh, when is this? Oh, this is a long time ago. Let's go back to now. Okay. So where is Mercury? Mercury. Why do I have Mercury? Does he have a Mercury in Libra? Why do I have Mercury in Libra? Ignore the Libra, but Mercury. Oh, when it was in Libra, because actually this happened last week. Okay, so this happened last week. Mercury moves really fast. Okay, so today's date is the 15th. Mercury is currently in Libra on the 15th. Okay, anyway, but this happened last week. And when it happened, okay, here we have Mercury and it's squaring his Saturn. Okay, when you have Mercury squaring the Saturn is the planet of the father figure. Whenever I have Saturn, I'm always going like this. This is a father figure going like this in the sign Capricorn, and that's double whammy. First of all, Saturn is the ruler of Capricorn, but on top of that, Saturn and Capricorn is father figures, the older mentor. Is squaring what he says. Okay, when there is squaring, there is challenge. People did not like what he said. Okay, they are like, you are trying to be authoritative. You're trying to limit us in how we think and what we say. That wasn't okay. And you're talking about a female. That is what Libra represents. You're talking about a party. You're talking about a partnership of some sort, a relationship of some sort. And we may not have that relationship with you anymore, Obama. Just so you know. Now, with Obama, this speaking and this engagement that he had, this speech he had, is in the 9th house, and the 9th house does represent cultures, and so it could represent a Black culture, right? Pluto is also on top of that Saturn, and Pluto is all about changing and shifting and a transformation, right? It's also dealing with power, so he feels like he has enough power to speak the authority. There's a conjunction here. It's been sitting here for a good minute. His Saturn is retrograding, so the authority is not doing that great, okay? But Mercury is all about speeches, and he's talking about the support because it is in the sign Libra. Libra is about support, and he wants to support his party. He wants to support his team. He wants to support the Democrats. And the Saturn is sitting there saying, okay, you want to support, and I'm going to give you restrictions with the support. Okay. Also, that Pluto energy is obsessed with power. So this obsession with power is causing some limitations, and he thinks he can voice that to the collective or to a group of people or to a certain culture of men. He thinks he can say that to. Also, Venus is in the sign Scorpio, and Venus is all about your support. Okay, where is our Venus? Where is Venus? Venus is here in Virgo in the sign. No, it moves into Sagittarius, but maybe why do I have Scorpio here? Is his Venus in Scorpio? No, why do I have Scorpio in my notes? Venus would support his square in Leo. Mars is in Scorpio. Mars is in Scorpio, and it's not so him being driven to have power and control over something, an obsession over something, and trying to achieve something here, a higher goal to help his public image. That is all squaring all this leadership here and leadership of presidents. Leo represents leader and all this stuff, and a change and unexpected changes and talking in leadership and being the leader. All that represents leadership. So even him trying to achieve his goal was no bueno. There was challenges on both ends. So whether you're a Democrat or Republican, it wasn't great for Obama to give the lecture that he's giving. I think I looked at different platforms. I'm talking about CNN. I looked at Fox. All of them were not saying great things about it. And it's because they felt like there was restriction, and also because him trying to achieve something in regards to him being the leader and a boss, that's changing. People are not looking at him as this angel anymore, and there needs to be an awareness to that. But it doesn't matter. This doesn't last long. I'll tell you that right now. This planet, see, even here, Venus, as he's giving a speech currently, it's sitting on top of Pluto. Pluto is about transformation. So the support is changing. There is a transformation with the support and the people backing him. And that means voters anytime you're supporting. But these things change. And he'll be fine. Of course, he's Obama. He will be fine. Okay. But currently, right now, that is the feeling. That is the vibe in the sky. Just so you know. Okay. One more story that I have here, and let me share it real quick, and then we'll move on to the horoscopes. Okay. So let me see. Trying to do it. I'm doing great. This is what I'm telling myself. You're doing great, Danyell. Okay. So we have one more story here, and this is also about politics. And we are talking about Kamala Harris, and she beats Donald Trump in the polls. Okay. This is what's currently being said. And I've looked at all the platforms. I'm talking about the Bloods and the Crips platforms. I'm talking about the Democrats and the Republicans, the Bloods and the Crips. That's what I consider them. I am neither. But I looked at both sides, and they're both saying that she is leading in polls. Hence why Obama was trying to get the men to support Kamala, because they are not leading in the polls, just so you know. Is there a video here? I see that there's sound here. Oh, what is this here? Anyway, I thought that was her getting, okay, let me read it. And it says, can Kamala Harris beat Donald Trump? Latest polls update. Vice President Kamala Harris will go head-to-head with Donald Trump, in just 3 weeks as Americans cast their votes in the presidential race. Several polls over the last week have revealed a shrinking national lead for Harris, meaning that with just a week to go, the race is only getting tighter. Meanwhile, Trump is leading in multiple swing states. But the former president may be losing his grip on older generation voters. It's so interesting how this one is saying this, where I've seen several websites of them saying that Harris is losing in the men's vote. But they're saying that Trump is losing in the older vote, right? The latest average of the national polls correlated, okay, yada, yada, yada. And who's doing these polls? Because I've never answered a poll. Anyway, on average, Harris has been marginally ahead of Trump in national polls for several months. Republicans are now concerned about Senate elections, according to an international polling memo obtained by Politico. Polls confirm that the Democrats lead key Senate races. Let me see if there's anything else. Yeah, so this one is saying that Trump is not leading and that Harris is leading, but I've seen several say that Harris isn't leading. So let's take it to the charts, shall we? And I am going to pull up. Again, I wish I can share multiple screens. We're going to pull up here, and we are going to look at the chart. Let me make the chart bigger. And we're going to look at Kamala, and see how her support is. Okay. And the support, and the support is really on again, Venus. I always look at Venus when we're looking at support. And Venus, is this currently right now? Oh, look. I was looking at the whole different year with Obama. Hold on, let me change. Let me look at Barack. That is a whole different year here, 2024. That's why I had Venus is in a sign Scorpio. So Venus is in sign Scorpio. It is on top of his midheaven. So a lot of support. Venus conjunct. Let me just revert and explain things. Okay. Venus conjunct his MC. This is Barack Obama's MC. Conjunctions are good or bad. Good or bad, good and bad, okay? But what they are really strong, okay? And so in the sign Scorpio, you're dealing with obsession of power. You're also dealing with a transformation too, okay? So the support is changing on his MC, which is his public stage. This is how he comes across to people. That's changing. This still was squaring a few days ago. That's why I was saying a few days ago, because I remember looking at this a few days ago. This was squaring his Saturn. So that is the same. Him speaking and discussing, there was still restrictions here. And this here is squaring this energy of him being a leader, him being president. And this is representing support. This is not just representing the people, but his support. Okay. Yes. So that is what we have for Barack. Now let me change it to Kamala. And what Kamala we have, I'm going to put currently now. And we have with her leading in a pose. Now, the sixth house is where she has her Venus. And the sixth house is all about organization and being very meticulous and being about the details. So the details of the pose and all this stuff, we're going to get that. We're going to get the logistics of everything about her pose and her support of her pose, just so you know. Now, I wanted to say, this is just, now I'm sure there was confusion here. I wonder if she gave a speech and it was lost in the sauce here with this Venus conjunct this Neptune. But so far it looks like it's going to be fine. There is oh, I see here. So these two planets are very positive planets and they're not seeing eye to eye. So the support here that she's getting in a pose may be looking bad on her. Okay. There could be some unexpected surprises. A lot of social media is what Uranus also represents, and it's not going great with her support. Now, however, I do want you to understand it doesn't matter what we are currently seeing in a post, because the post could be very deceptive, because anything dealing with voting is a very Neptune energy and Uranus energy. Expect the unexpected and very illusions and secrets. Okay, when you're dealing with voting, I have done a video on it. I haven't uploaded it, so I will be doing that soon. What we can look at is the support here, and when you talk about the inauguration, we'll go months here. Okay, when you talk about her being inaugurated, the support is sitting on top of her career, her public arena, her public stage, her public image. Major support. There's also major responsibility. There could be some confusion here. However, these two planets sitting on top of this energy in this 10th house gives me the energy, that gives me the vibe that she is going to win. So it doesn't matter what the support looks like as we are voting. I see her winning this inauguration. I'm not saying, I am not a blood or a Crip. I'm not a Democrat or Republican. I'm actually, sorry, not going to vote for Kamala. I'm giving you an astrologer, non-biased opinion of what I see. And I see major support and I see her winning this race. Okay. And I want you to, we'll compare it to Donald Trump real quick. Okay. When you have Trump and you go to his Venus, okay, what Venus is looking at for him, it's in the 8th house. And that means power. Sure, there could be power, but there's also transformation of power in this house. Okay. And it looks like there's either transformation or there is a death of something. So it could be a death of him running. Doesn't have to be a physical death, or it could be a physical death. Okay. There's limitations here. I wouldn't say responsibilities in government. I just don't see it because she has it here and it's sitting in her career. And her career gets bigger and bigger as I kept looking up the astrology. Also, you look at this Venus and there's a fight. There's a tug of war with this Mars retrograding in Cancer. So these two things to me don't look as great as Kamala's. When you have Kamala and then where's her Venus? Her Venus is sitting here next to releasing something. So the support of releasing something is happening. And this is, I'm not sure what she's releasing. It could be something releasing regarding to work, because you are dealing with Virgo energy, more the homeland. But this is not as bad as it's sitting in that 12th house for Trump, which represents endings and also represents, just endings. On top of that, Mars that's retrograding, complete opposite energy. Also, you have her Jupiter in the 11th house. This is very positive, and it's in her first house. I said 11th house, in her first house. And that first house is representing me. Well, her, okay, representing her, and she has abundance and luck, even though it's retrograding. So it's like, oh, maybe we don't want to give it to you, or here we go again, or there's going to be some stuff that has to be redone. There could be some confusion here. At the same time, it's more positive for Kamala. That's just what I see in the charts. Okay. And if we look at Trump's real quick, if we go back to Trump and we look at where his Jupiter is, just so we can be fair, okay? His Jupiter is sitting on something that is starting to conjunct, even though it's retrograding, so it'll be scooting backwards. But during this inauguration, it's conjunct Uranus, and it's expect the unexpected in a big way, big surprises that's happening, good or bad. I would think that it's not the best because it's not. And here you have expect the unexpected with his values in his career. major surprises here. But it's not saying, yay, you're winning. I just wouldn't, that's not what I see at all. Okay. This major stuff here is where all this stuff for Kamala is in her career, and all this stuff for him is in money that he owes, or taxes and lending and death and transformation are things that are taboo. Just not the best to have it. Okay. So yeah. Oh, also I didn't say about Trump's, let me see if I have it in this notes. I didn't say anything about Trump's Venus. In the last video, I realized that I talked about Kamala's Venus entering the sign Sagittarius. Hold on, let me see if I have it in my notes real quick. If you guys didn't know, I have a Mars in Gemini. I have a Venus in Gemini. Okay. Yeah, so because of those things, just like I said, Elon has, I'm trying to see if I have it here. Yeah, I do. Just like I said, Elon has a Mars in Aquarius. So him pursuing futuristic things. I'm in Gemini. So me talking, this is what I like to do. Also taking a lot of notes. I'm a major note taker, an avid reader. Okay, so but I want to talk about Venus and entering Sagittarius, because why is this important for presidents running? Because you are talking about support. So for Kamala, I talked about hers yesterday. And wait, let me just see. What did I say Kamala's was? I forgot already. Kamala's Venus is going to enter. Oh, this is wrong, because we need currently. Okay, right now, Kamala's Venus is going to enter the 7th house. So a lot of support for Trump. Is what I see here, because you're talking about open enemies. I discussed that yesterday. This could also be with her running mate. That could be happening. But this is usually, yeah, a lot of support for Trump is what you see. I still don't see him winning. Sorry. But a lot of support for Trump when Venus enters there. But now if we go to Trump, because that 7th house represents your open enemies, if you didn't know. Now, for Trump, you see that Venus is going to enter in Sagittarius in his 5th house. This is all about his self-expression and creativity. He might be doing more things with famous people and interviews with famous people, or maybe famous people will be endorsing him. Let's see what happens, because the 5th house is all about everyone look at me, I'm on stage. That's a lot of celebrities, a lot of influencers, and I find that Uranus is starting to represent a lot of influencers, because that could represent social media, but children, actors, celebrities, he may be getting more support from them when this Venus enters Sagittarius and then enters that 5th house. Okay. Yeah, but his public image, heightened focus on his self-expression and who he is, and his campaign could be really creative, and a lot of public attention, a lot of charisma, a lot of charm, very likable energy, and there's going to be support there for him. Heightened focus on his image too, and self-promotion, as if he doesn't do that enough. I just want you to know what I'm explaining may sound familiar for him, because he has a lot of Leo placements, Pluto in Leo, Mars in Leo. The 5th house is very similar and is very highly compared to Leo energy. So that is what's going to happen. And now his support goes there. Okay. Now, I want to tell you that when this support system starts to conjunct his south node and oppose his north node, you're talking about he's revisiting some past themes here. There's something that's going to be redone, something that he's very comfortable with, but something that he needs to release. Okay, something that's very familiar, something that he's done over and over and over again. However, there needs to be release there. Okay, now when it's conjunct the moon could represent the people. Okay, the moon could represent an insecurity, and the moon could represent his emotions. Okay, also his past. Again, there's something from the past there. So emotional connection, maybe something is done. There is a redoing of something, or maybe connecting to the people's feelings, or public support, or Sagittarius themes is all about freedom. So freedom to the people. And when Venus comes, maybe Venus is going to be like, I feel free. I feel like I have a broadened horizon when I am supporting this candidate. That could be happening. There is national pride, also a lot of independence. Sagittarius represents independence. Yeah, but heightened emotional appeal, and more relatable energy. And he could be honest and direct, or the people who are supporting him may be honest and direct, and they're going to be feeling very in tune with his emotions. Okay. Okay. Yeah. So that is what we have for Trump. I just want you to know that is what we have for the current news. I hope you guys enjoyed that. If you want anything else dealing with politics or news or current events you want me to cover, yeah, hit me up and I'll answer the questions. But that is all we have for our current events and our politics. So yeah, also before I get started on the horoscopes, I do want you guys to subscribe, like, and comment. Okay. Down below, I have some free stuff. I have a free reading for you. I have a newsletter you can join. That would be great for you. Now, before I get started, I do want to get a word for our sponsor, and then I'll get into your horoscope. Hello there, my beautiful souls. I am Danyell Carmelita, your favorite tarot reader and astrologer. Are you ready to take your spiritual journey to the next level? Introducing Danyell's Astro Tarot Elite Club, your exclusive getaway to daily insights, cosmic guidance, and so much more for just $4.99 a month. As a member, you'll receive daily readings designed to align your day with the universe's energy. Start each day with clarity and confidence. Do you need a personal reading, or do you want to have your astrology chart read fully? With being a member, you also can enjoy exclusive discounts on all my offerings just for our elite members only, all for just $4.99 a month. That's less than a cup of coffee. Join Danyell's Astro Tarot Elite Club today and elevate your spiritual path. So far I already have some videos on the community page on how to survive Mercury retrograde, how to survive eclipse. A lot of tarot readings. I do my daily tarot readings on there. I have my monthly tarot readings on there, weekly, not monthly, weekly and daily. And then also I just put up, there is a resource on there, like a cheat sheet on astrology. If you have any questions about astrology, I'm putting a free ebook on there. I'm working on it now on everything astrology. It's a free book that you can have with the community. And then also recently I just uploaded, I think yesterday, I did yesterday, uploaded a whole resource on your Venus and who you are compatible with your Venus sign. So if you want to know that, I have that. I'm going to work on Mars, and I'm also going to do what you are meant to do for as career and how to get more money with your zodiac sign and your astrology chart. That is going to be coming up next. But what's really coming up next in my community is I'm going to talk about Tim Watts and is the sexual allegations really true? And we're going to look at it through the lens of astrology. Okay. So if you want to know the tea on that, that's going to be on a community that will not be on here. Okay. So now let's talk about, which my husband says I say all the time, let's talk about check your sun, moon, and rising, you guys. Okay. And for your horoscopes, and we are going to start on the horoscopes. I'm going to talk about the full moon. So let me actually get the chart ready for the full moon here. Let me see. Why is this not showing? Okay, there we go. Okay, so we're going to do the full moon, and I'm also going to talk about Venus and it entering Sagittarius and what that's going to look like for you. Okay, remember to check your sun, moon, and rising, especially now. If you don't know your sun, moon, and rising, just check your sun sign, and you'll be fine with your sun sign, because your sun sign will talk about what you're trying to produce physically. It's the very masculine energy. Your moon sign is like things are affecting you emotionally, and moon signs are great to check, especially during a full moon. And also your rising is going to just be more accurate to who you are as an individual. Now, when you get all three, then it is a major free prediction for you. Okay. So if you don't know your stuff, then hit me up and I'll give you a free chart. Okay. I have no problem doing that, because you can get that online with no problem. Okay. So now let's start with our Aries. Have patience with me. It is hard for me to click this, click that, click this. Yeah. But anyway, we're going to start with Aries. Now, Aries, for this full moon, actually, let me take it to you. Oh gosh, I realized that. Okay, it's not going to work for me to have it in this chart. Actually, let me see if I can do a second chart. Current transits. Let's see if, okay, so let's go to Aries. No. Okay, so we're going to remove this one. Let's move to Aries. Aries for Aries. Okay, let me go. Here we go. All right, Aries. Now, this full moon, of course, is happening because we're talking about an Aries full moon. It's happening in your first house. Okay, who's calling me? It's happening in your first house. Okay, so the full moon is lighting up your first house, and you're talking about your sense of self. You're talking about this is the only house that's really about you. Okay, so the emotions are all about you, and you can say me, myself, and I. Okay, as an Aries, with this Aries full moon, it is affecting you, yourself, and I. It's affecting either your identity, how you present yourself to the world, who you truly are. This also could represent you starting something new, being first, but it's very intense emotions because you are talking about that moon, right? Very fiery energy and wants to produce something. So be aware. And it's going against, there is a grand trine, which I talked about in the last video. So check out what that is and a breakdown of this. But you're talking about issues here, and issues here, and then issues here. Okay. So now there is this opposition here with this full moon dealing with Libra energy. So either a relationship or a team, or you versus someone else, you with a partnership, you with a team, and it can't see eye to eye. At the same time, there are challenges here. There's 4 challenges. Okay. There is challenges here with this 4th house and Mars in Cancer. Mars is you trying to pursue stuff, and there's tensions with your home and your personal life, or something from your past, or something dealing with your mom, and there's aggressions there, and it's very emotional and it's very sensitive at the same time. Okay. But this energy is looking back, it's looking in the past, and at the same time there's something dealing with your career. There's a transformation with your career. There's power struggles with your career, power struggles with your work, your career, and at the same time, not only is it dealing with your career, are you publicly on stage, but then there's drama at home. Okay. So be aware of that, because you're talking about your career, your public life, career related transformations, or balancing that with your personal life. At the same time, balancing yourself when it comes to relationships. Okay. So that is the challenge that you have, Aries. Let me pull a card for you, my Aries, and we have the Black Moon and Lilith in Pisces, and you need to honor boundaries. Okay. That is what you guys need to do. Honor boundaries. And at the same time, when you have this Venus, is going to enter Sagittarius the same day as all this energy is happening. And it's going to be intense when it enters Sagittarius. And that's going to enter your 9th house. And now you're talking about, not only are you dealing with this tug of war being torn off 4 places, but you're also dealing with having new horizons spark your attention. Okay. You're going to naturally attract maybe people from different countries, different cultures, who have different ideology, okay, theories. Okay. In a world, maybe there's learning, there's higher learning, there's traveling, there's new experiences, philosophical conversations. All that is happening. Having parties maybe, and it's dealing with a different culture. That could be happening for you as well. Okay. Now, if you want to know how that Venus is going to have a bumpy ride, I did that in the last video. But we have the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. When you have the Wheel of Fortune in reverse for you guys, then you are dealing with someone who's stuck and there's not movement. Okay. The wheel constantly moves in life, but there is some stuckness. There's something that you're not changing, you're not moving, and that is in regards to this 9th house. So maybe you're supposed to be learning and it's not moving. This could be good or bad. Only you would know that. Okay. Either you're supposed to stay where you're supposed to stay, or you're supposed to not stay. Okay. But there is stuckness. It could be either out of fear, because life is constantly moving. So you want it to move, you want it to change. I just want you to know that. And then Sagittarius is a very mutable energy. It wants to change. So I'm thinking that the stuckness of it's not moving is not good for you guys. Okay. I will see you guys next time. I hope you enjoyed. Bye. Okay, Taurus, let's see where we have your full moon. And your full moon is happening in the 12th house. And when we have it happening in the 12th house here, I'm trying to see if my touchscreen works. You think everything's touchscreen. It's not touchscreen. Okay, so when you have the full moon in your 12th house, okay, remember you have this 4 points happening here, okay? All that is going to affect the full moon. So you have the 12th house in Aries, and you are talking, I need space for my cards. Where should I put the cards? Hold on one second. I have a very tiny desk. Okay. Okay, so when you have the 12th house, that could represent some endings, okay? New beginnings with endings, but the emotions are there. It is highly emotional. You're dealing with the subconscious, you're dealing with isolation, you're dealing with the individual, you're really dealing with yourself. And this looks like someone who's crying at home by themselves and no one knows, okay? That could be happening during this full moon. It can heighten aspects of yourself, stirring some unresolved emotional issues. Could be very, very emotional. There could be a dream that could spark something here too, because you are dealing with dreams and illusions, deceptions, and secrets, okay? And it's dealing with the self, you, or something new with that Aries. Now you sit here, you go across again with the sun, and the sun is in your 6th house, and this is dealing with your career and work, okay? This is also dealing with organizing or diminishing of something. Something's getting cleansed out. This is also could be dealing with you sacrificing energy, because both of these signs they're in the houses of sacrificing and sacrificing yourself. That could be an issue here, okay? But there's a tug of war. It cannot see eye to eye, okay? The subconscious cannot see eye to eye with something that is very practical thinking, okay? Just want you to be aware. Now, at the same time, there is a square intention, tension with this 3rd house in Cancer. And that 3rd house is representing communication. It could represent your community. It could represent your siblings, okay? And there's conflicts here. Conflicts, and it's very sensitive. This could be something from the past. This is very feminine energy, okay? Now, also, it's opposing, and there's challenges at the same time. Challenges hitting us all at the 4 different corners, okay? There's challenges at the same time with this 9th house, and the 9th house is representing travels, is representing your beliefs, and it's trying to balance your mental clarity and the broader life philosophies that is changing, that there's a transformation, or there is control, or there's power obsession, or the government is limiting you from traveling, or limiting you in your beliefs, okay? And there's this conflict. It can't see eye to eye, okay? So let me pull an oracle card with this aspect, okay? Okay, we have Adam here, which we pulled earlier. You starting something new, and it could be something in that 12th house that could be secretive, that's supposed to be ending, and you are starting something new there. A lot of emotions, a lot of firsts. Adam is the father of creation, so there is some type of creation here. There is something new here. You are just starting something new, and there is conflict here. And this whole full moon is dealing with cardinal signs. All the cardinal signs is new and change. There's supposed to be something that's supposed to change. It's going to cause you to be emotional. It's fine, but you need to start to something new. Now we have the 2 of brooms when it comes to your Venus, and Venus is going to enter your 8th house. When Venus entered the 8th house, we're talking about intimacy. We're talking about transformation. We are talking about things that are very taboo, very deep conversations, very emotional bonds. Also sharing some money here, some joint ventures. Maybe there'll be some money, or maybe there's an inheritance coming your way. That could be happening, okay? Venus in the 8th house. Venus is what you naturally attract, so you could be naturally attracting some shared income or some tax refund kind of money, okay? Also dealing with loans. Maybe there's a loan that you will be getting. Yeah, so that is what you have with your Venus. Now when you have the 2 of brooms, the 2 of brooms is connected to this Venus, and the 2 of brooms is gathering information. So you want to gather your information for whatever it is that you're naturally attracting in regards to money, in regards to things that are very taboo. Taboo could be in a good way, okay? Things that are very secretive or emotional or very deep. Do your research, because it's going to expand your world, okay? The world is at your fingertips with that. Yeah, so that is what I have for you guys. I will see you guys next time. Bye. Okay, Geminis, we have your full moon is in your 11th house, okay? And this is all about your friendships and your goals. The full moon brings attention to your social life, social circle, long-term aspirations. Your hopes and dreams are here. This is all about science and the future, okay? There could be a shift in a group dynamic happening for you, and it's very emotional. Now it's sitting here and it's not seeing eye to eye with who you are, your self-expression, or maybe a relationship, a romantic relationship that won't be lasting long if it's dealing with this aspect here. That could be causing some problems with yourself, okay? So you and your children also could not be seeing eye to eye, because this house does represent children. At the same time, there is challenges regarding some resources, and maybe some resources from the past, or something that you deem very valuable that's bringing sensitivity to you. And the way you're achieving that achieving it is you're walking sideways and you're not dealing with it head on. I just want you to understand that. Now, when you have it opposing this 8th house, because all of this is dealing with the full moon, the 8th house is about power, 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 and limitations in that sign Capricorn. Our power for the long term could be happening, and there's a transformation. This also is major, major healing. So you could be getting some psychological healing here, and it's hurting you. Not saying that healing hurts, but there is challenges and tension with all this. So tensions with shared resources, tensions with transformation, tensions with being deeper than the actual surface level, and it's causing some emotions in a social group of some sort. Okay, let me pull a card for I ask this full moon, and we have the Death card, which is the Phoenix. You need to rise. I'm gonna mix this deck. You need to rise from the ashes. That's all about transformation. The transformation is going to be big for you. Okay, so use the transformation. It's very Scorpio energy. Transformation is what I'm going to keep saying. Transformation. Rise from the Phoenix, darling. You have to go from the darkness to see the light, and this will help you out with this. Now, as Venus enters Sagittarius, is going to be in your 7th house. This is all about relationships. This is all about partnerships. This is all about aesthetics and beauty. Relationships take the center stage. Maybe you're going to be buying more things. Be careful of overspending or overcommitting. Maybe overcommitting to a relationship or partnerships. You'll be more inclined to seek meaningful connections, a new dynamic, adventure, spontaneous adventure in a relationship, or maybe your partner wants to have more fun with you. Okay, so be aware of that. We have the Moon card in regards to this Venus, and when we have the Moon card in regards to the Venus, that is all about things that are hidden, things that are in the dark. Maybe this relationship is in the dark, or maybe it's something that's hidden there and it needs to come to the light. There's also fear, like fear in a relationship. Insecurity also is what that moon represents. But whatever it is, it's very emotional, and it doesn't want to come to the light. So maybe you should bring it to the light. Okay, secrets are never good. Okay, we are all too blessed to keep secrets. Okay, let's all be ourselves. All right, I will see you next time. Bye. Okay, Cancers, let's see what we have for you. Okay, Cancer. Am I on Cancers already? Was that Gemini? When did I do Taurus? Yeah, I'm on Cancer. Okay, Cancers, let's do, you guys. We have a full moon in a 10th house for you. Okay, this is all about your career, your public life, your public image. Okay, the full moon in Aries is going to emphasize your career, public standing, spotlighting your ambitions and your professional goals. There's emotions there. Now, it's not seeing eye to eye with your home life, with your past, okay, or your ancestry, or maybe even your mom. Okay, that's not seeing eye to eye. And then there is challenges between these two things. So challenges with yourself and who you really are, and you trying to achieve things, and you're very emotional, you're very sensitive, or you keep looking in the past. You're like looking backwards while you're moving forward, okay, and trying to achieve things, and that's challenging this situation. At the same time, there's a transformation in relationship, or there's a healing in a relationship, and you could think it's restrictive or boring or pessimistic, but there is something that's challenging you in regards to relationship. Let me see what this full moon has to offer you guys. Okay, we have Dark Divine Mother of Creation. We have the Lilith card here, and actually let me read what that card represents. 13. Step into your sovereignty, show your untamed and wild nature is what we have with that. It makes me think, let me see. Untamed wild nature, that first house energy, you need to really be yourself and really be truly who you are in order to help with this. And you're dealing with that Aries. Aries is about the self and help you, because Aries, the moon is ruled by Mars. So it's really about the focus of this energy here and really being yourself. So really take that energy and be who you are. Really who you are. Now, Lilith is someone who's very taboo, but they go against society in a good way. Yeah, so the odds are against them, but really they stay strong in who they are. Okay, yeah. Now Venus is going to enter that 6th house, and this is all about work. Okay, work or health. Venus brings a dose of optimism to your work life, to your daily routines, even dealing with pets. Okay, you may find joy in new wellness practices, discover your new passions, maybe yoga, maybe Pilates. Okay, whatever, but there's new routines routine. You're making your routine look beautiful, okay? And you're being very bold and courageous with it. This is like someone that's not even doing yoga. You're going on hikes. Yeah. Also, new health approaches, okay? Being very optimistic with your health. Let me see what we have for here. Ooh, you maybe will be working out with a bunch of girlfriends, okay? We have the 3 of Cups in there, socializing with friends, or maybe having a routine with friends, okay? That is what I have for you guys. I will see you guys next time. Bye. Okay, Leos, let's see what we have for you. This full moon is in your 9th house, okay? The 9th house is going to be emotions about your philosophy or higher learning, or some type of broadened horizon, or maybe even religion or guru. This could be dealing with law too, okay? But it's something that's new, something that's first, and it's going to be very emotional for you. At the same time, it's opposing, may not be as emotional because you are a Leo. That is fixed sign. These are cardinal signs that will be hitting more. At the same time, it's opposing this 3rd house. If you have any Aries placements, it will be emotional for you. But at the same time, it's opposing this 3rd house of the smaller world. So the bigger picture versus the smaller picture, and a smaller picture in regards to a team or relationship or a woman. Okay. Yeah. But this 3rd house is also about your community. Could be dealing with your siblings. Okay. And there's challenges here. There's 2 challenges. Something that's very secretive and hidden, only you can see it, and it's very solitude kind of energy, you trying to achieve things behind the scenes, and that's a challenge. And then it's opposing the other challenge, which is a transformation in work, a transformation with health, a transformation in organizing something of some sort. And yeah, so for this full moon, what I have is that you need to expand. That 9th house in Aries is talking about expansion and being very prosperity, having prosperity and having growth. There needs to be an expansion for you. So whatever it is that the bigger picture is what you need to focus on, not the smaller picture and where that sun is, even though it's highlighting it over there. Okay. Now, far as Venus is going to enter Sagittarius, and it's going to enter Sagittarius in your 5th house. And it's all about creativity and romance. It is going to ignite passion within yourself and your self-confidence or your self-expression, or maybe even some romantic pursuits, new artistic ventures and creativity, hanging out with your children, having fun and loving life and having joyful energy is what you get with here. Okay. Playfulness and adventure, even hanging out with children. When we have a reading for you, we have for the tarot with the Venus in Sagittarius in that 5th house, we have the 7 of Cups in reverse. When it's in reverse, this is the energy of like someone who has a lot of options, but there's cloudy judgment. But yours is in reverse, so you don't have cloudy judgment. You're very aware of the things that you can see clearly. And sometimes when there's too many options, you can't decide, but you're very aware of what you want to decide on. So with that Venus and everything that I just mentioned in regards to that Venus, there's awareness and there's clarity. Okay. Yeah, I will see you guys next time. Bye. Okay, Virgos. Let me drink some water first. If you guys have any questions, please write them down. I will answer them for you. Okay, Venus. Virgos, where y'all at? Okay. Now for Virgos, we have the full moon happening in the 8th house for you. And in the 8th house, you are talking about some transformation, some deep healing. Okay. Virgos, you are talking about shared resources, taxes. These things are going to cause some type of emotional thing happening. Now, when it's Aries theme, you're talking about something new. Remember, the full moon is going to be at 24 degrees. I discussed the detail of the full moon in the last video. So check that out and what that means to you. Okay. The full moon is going to illuminate issues in regarding shared resources, shared finances, also intimate connections and deep healing and things that are very taboo. The 11th house is where you are. Well, okay, first let me say the 2nd house could be dealing with some finances too, or what you deem valuable, and it can't see eye to eye in regards to something that you share or something with a partner. Okay. Now the challenges also are dealing with these things. There's 4 issues of challenge. Okay. Friendships, circle, a network of some sort, some type of group. It could be dealing with some future aspirations too. You're trying to achieve it, and it's causing a challenge emotionally. Even maybe it's something that's very mysterious or secretive. Now, also you have it in this 5th house, another challenge, and this challenge is dealing with power or power, our obsession, our things that are also very secretive, and maybe there are some mysteries that's going to be uplifted here in regarding to yourself and your self-expression, or even your children. So be aware of that. Now let me pull an oracle card, what we have for this full moon for you. For the full moon, we have Uranus, and Uranus is about expect the unexpected. There's some surprises here. I'm thinking that 11th house, when it comes to your social friends and your future, is going to be big for you, okay, in regards to the full moon. So be aware of that. Now Venus is going to enter your 4th house. This is all about making your home look pretty. Also, it's about your home and your family, new ways of relating to your family, maybe partying with your family, socializing with your family, decorating your home, changing your living space. Maybe a family trip could be happening. We have the machetes of the 10 of machetes in reverse. This is someone who's been stabbed in the back, and whatever the backstabbing things that were happening to you in regards to your family or your past or your ancestry, with Venus entering Sagittarius, is going to be very optimistic, and it's going to be lifted off your back. No more backstabbing, no more shady secrets behind your back, no more words said behind your back. All these things will be uplifted with positivity, okay? Very positive reading. I will see you guys next time. Bye. Okay, Libras, let's see what we have for you. The full moon is going to happen in your 7th house, and this is all about relationships, okay? Relationships, partnerships, aesthetics, beauty. Could be dealing with something with law, and it's causing an emotion for you. Now, this is going to be big for you, mostly than all the others, right? Because you are a cardinal sign, and if you have close signs added to this, this will be big for you, right? Now, the sun is in your 1st house, and when it's in your 1st house, this is about yourself. So you versus the relationship, okay? And there's emotions with the relationship, or your partner could be very emotional and can't see eye to eye of who you truly are, okay? Now there's challenges here at the same time in regards to your career and your public life and how you are coming on stage, because you're trying to pursue some stuff here, and the emotions and the partner and you and yourself is not working. Now, this doesn't mean a love relationship. This could be a business partner. I just want you to know, or someone that you work with. There is some type of partnership in something, and it's not seeing eye to eye. Now, the challenge also is here is a transformation at home, transformation in past. Are there something deep or some mysteries happening in the past that's restricting you? Okay. Let me pull a card for this full moon. The full moon is Black Moon Lilith in Scorpio. It's sexual alchemy. Okay. You guys need to have sex to just bring the love out. That Scorpio energy is also the obsession of something, and maybe your partner, I'm not saying that they're cheating, but there could be an obsession of something, maybe obsession with someone at work, or maybe you're cheating at work. There could be something sexual or taboo happening here at work in regards to the relationship. That is just what I'm getting. Now, Venus is going to move in that 3rd house, in the sign Sagittarius. And when it moves in that 3rd house, you're talking about dealing with communication, learning something new at the very beginning, like the first stages of learning, community, your siblings. Venus brings harmony with communication, their social interactions and learning. Oh, short trips also, like going and having fun in a short trip, like a women's trip, like a 2-hour drive with a bunch of female friends. You could be writing, there could be public speaking, and there's engagements with that, intellectual connections and new perspectives in daily conversations, and you're naturally attracting that in your life. We have the Knight of Machetes. So yeah, a lot of talking, a lot of people who are very fiery energy, wood talking, and very excited and very enthusiastic with the conversations, positive energy, and you can learn something from them. Okay, I will see you guys next time. Bye. Okay, my Scorpios, let's see what we have for you. The full moon is happening in your 6th house. This is a house of career. This is a house of work, not career, but your work. Okay, daily day routines. Let me see, Scorpios. What else do we have for that 6th house? Health. Okay, yes, health is could be a thing here, and it's causing some emotions, urging you to make some adjustments with this or with your daily routines. Okay, now we have a tug of war with things that are very secretive or things that are very hidden, or maybe some hidden enemies in their team, okay? Or it's a female and it can't see eye to eye. There's also challenges here dealing with what your philosophies or your higher learning. If you're going to a university, there's some challenges here that's added on to this. Or if you're traveling, you can have some challenges. At the same time, something within your community or something dealing with your siblings or something dealing with communication, and it all can't see eye to eye. There is a major four-way tug of war here. Let's see what the cards have to say. We have I can't even say this, cibation. Okay, there needs to be a cleanse or release of something. That could be representing that 12th house, the release of because that is representing endings, the 12th house. The 6th house also represents a cleanse and a diminish of something. So you're going to cleanse and diminish something for real, and it's going to be an ending of it. I wonder what it's going to be. Please let me know. It could be ending or cleansing something that's secretive or something that is very hidden, or that secret enemy. There will be a cleanse there. Let's see what happens. Now, Venus is going to enter Sagittarius in that 2nd house of money. So you may be getting some money here, y'all. Okay. This is all about your values, and now finances and personal values are going to be very attractive, and you're going to be attracting it naturally. There'll be abundance here. There is a favorable time for investments, especially in areas that expand your horizons, because it's talking about Sagittarius. So maybe education, travel. It's also a time to reassess what you truly value and find ways of more freedom and joy in what you value. Okay. Now let's see what the tarot card says. Now, when Venus enters Sagittarius for you, Scorpio, you guys are looking at the glass half empty. You need to be very optimistic with Venus in the 2nd house. When you are optimistic, Venus can work better. Okay. Stop looking at the glass half empty. Half full. No, half empty. You want to look at it half full, okay? Be optimistic is what I'm saying, especially with that Venus and Sagittarius, okay? We don't have time for negativities. I will see you guys next time. Bye. Okay, Sagittarius risings and placements, welcome to your reading. The full moon is going to happen to us because I am a Sagittarius rising in the 5th house, okay? Now the 5th house, this could be some emotions dealing with your children, could be dealing with a romantic life, especially if it's a new, fast romantic life. There could be some emotions there, but most importantly, it's about your self-expression and who you are and having fun. And there's emotions there, and it can't see eye to eye with a group or a team or a social network. Okay. It can't see eye to eye there. And that is when you have that that Libra there. And this is not working. Okay. The male energy of achieving things and the ego sitting in that house of team and group and futuristic things. It's not going to eye to eye with who you truly are in your self-expression. Now, also there's challenges with things that are very taboo or secretive, or things that are, joint ventures, money. Okay. If you have taxes or inheritance, this is causing a challenge here. And also it's not working with themes that you value, themes that you there's a change in value, a transformation in value, or like healing in what you value or with your money. And this is all causing a challenge here. Okay, let's see what the oracle card says to do with this. Now, the Black Moon Madonna, sacred goddess mother. Ooh, the card is so pretty too. You can't really see it the way I have it set up. I'm going to read this one because I'm a Sagittarius rising. Okay. And I want to know what it's going to say for us. This card is about the universe is here to heal and protect you. Surrender and know it's working for your highest good. I'm thinking that this is dealing with that the 2nd house of transformation and healing, because that Jupiter, this planet is all about healing. Okay. So there needs to be some healing in regards to what you deem valuable. Okay. And when I say healing, I mean releasing and letting go and dealing with whatever psychological problems you have in regards to material things, talking to myself, or what you deem valuable. Okay. I have a shoe closet and I already know I need to let go of my shoes. You guys, I don't have a shoe closet. My closet had become my shoe closet. Okay. Anyway, and to be real, there is a challenge here. Okay. A challenge with who you are and how you express yourself versus your future and your hopes and dreams and things that of the 8th house does represent the psychology and the deep healing energy too, and you're trying to pursue that, okay? And there's struggles with that. Now Venus is going to enter your because you are a Sagittarius rising, Venus is going to enter your first house. I love this, okay? The spotlight's on you, okay? You're going to naturally attract things. You're going to be having parties, okay? Parties about yourself. You're going to be charming. People are going to be attracted to you. You may be wanting to experiment with your style. This is someone who may change their hair or cut. You're going to want freedom of really expressing who you are. You're going to be very adventurous in expressing who you are. You're going to indulge in self-care. Maybe there's a new facet of your identity, a lot of self-love, a lot of optimism with yourself. Now we have the star card, and the star card for Venus is all about being out of the box, okay? So what I want you guys to do, me too, okay? What I want us to do is to really be yourself, okay? And really to think outside of the box in regards to who you really are, because when you think outside of the box, then it is going to be seem weird to a lot of people. However, you're going to really love it because you're going to be feeling free. You're going to realize I am not in the box. I am limitless, okay? In regards to my looks and aesthetics, okay? You're going to love it. Even socializing. Try something new. Try something different, okay? Yeah, I will see you guys next time. Bye. Okay, all my Capricorns. Let's see where this full moon is going to affect you. The full moon is happening in your 4th house. It's about home and where you feel safe. This is something from your past. Very emotional placements. Just so you know, Capricorns, this is really going to affect you guys in regards to where you feel safe in your home. It can't see eye to eye with your work and your career and your public persona or how you are publicly. At the same time, there's challenges with the self and a change of yourself and a transformation of yourself. And then there's also some challenges with your partner, your relationship, or someone you work with, or something dealing with law and aesthetics. There's a challenge here, and it all can't see eye to eye, these 4 houses now. Okay. Let me pull a card and see what this full moon is going to tell you. There is a soul ascension. Okay. Let me read what this is. Here is a card. It's called coagulation. I don't know how to say the word. Here we go. Your soul is gold and it's shining through. Allow it to emanate and shine for the world to see. Let me see what else we have. The sun in astrology represents, this is all about the sun and your work and your career. That is what this card represents, the sun, and it represents the life purpose and alignment in your birth chart, new opportunities, life decisions associated with gold and the sun. That is what this coagulation is. It's about gold and the sun and shining bright. Okay, so that makes me think at looking at the sun, and the sun is in your 10th house. So all this full moon is trying to tell you is that you need to focus on the sun, even though you have all this tug of war. And where is your ego? Where is your drive? And it's sitting in workplace. It's sitting at it makes sense, Capricorn. It's sitting where you want to achieve your goals. So focus on that, but you will be emotional while doing it. Now, Venus is going to enter your 12th house, and the Venus entering that 12th house is about solitude and really learning about yourself. I want you to be aware of that. You will be like, I just want to be alone. Okay. It's all about your inner world and spiritual side and dream work and solitude and inspiration from within, especially with that Sagittarius. Like, I want the freedom to be myself. Maybe creativity and compassion too is when you get with that 12th house. Now, we have this card in reverse, and this card is the 6 of machetes, and it usually means like a transition. And I'm thinking this is an inner transformation. Because you're talking about that 12th house energy of solitude and inner work. There is going to be a transformation, and it's a transition, and it's going to be inward. Okay, a transition that would be inward, and you're dealing with words and you're dealing with thoughts too. So your inner thoughts and your inner words, things that you're saying to yourself, is going to change with this Venus entering that 12th house. Very positive, okay, and very spiritual energy. Do some tarot reading. Focus on your dreams. Okay, I will see you guys next time. Bye. Okay, Aquarius. Where you at, Aquarius? Now, the full moon is happening in your 3rd house. This is all about communications, emotional and emotional things when it comes to your siblings, emotional things when it comes to your community, day-to-day trips, your local area. Okay, or maybe even what you're writing. It's causing some emotions here. Okay, that's where the emotions is. It can't see eye to eye with your ego and your drive, not just your drive, but how you pursue things. That's also some Mars, but what you really physically want to do, right? And it's causing problems with this higher learning or your philosophies, or maybe even something religious, or dealing with law, especially with this Libra energy here. The broadened horizons, can't see eye to eye with the smaller picture. The bigger world can't see eye to eye with the smaller picture. And then it's having challenges with these two things that are very hidden, secretive, or maybe spirituality, or maybe compassion. This makes me think of some addiction of some sort, because the 12th house does represent addiction and secrets. But yes, but this needs to end. Okay, because Pluto is going to enter Aquarius, but before it enters Aquarius, it's got to cause this drama for you. Okay, at the same time, there's challenges in the workplace, challenges with how you do with your daily routines, or even maybe your health. Okay, let me pull a card in regards to this full moon, and we have Eve, the divine feminine awakening. Eve was the first one to manipulate here. Let's see what the card is for Eve. Okay, number 14. This full moon wants you to not be afraid of your power. Take the apple from the tree. You are awakening and becoming one of your higher self. To take risk. But from what I read of the Bible, right, didn't she get deceived? It makes me think, beware of deception. For some reason, I want to say that with this full moon, there could be deception happening, and that it could be that Pluto in the 12th house. Yeah, my intuition is saying to be aware of deception that is happening for you. Okay. Now, don't be afraid to take risk with that Mars in that health house. At the same time, be aware of the deception that's happening. Now, Pluto is going to enter, not Pluto, Venus is going to enter Sagittarius, is going to be entering Sagittarius in that 11th house. Now, you are really going to be hanging out with friends, okay? When it's the same day, on the 17th, I should actually put this on the 17th, actually. Let's scooch this over a day as I'm ending my things. But now Venus has entered Sagittarius, and it's going to be in that 11th house. And when it enters Sagittarius in that 11th house, this is all about hanging out with friends, okay? Group, social activities, community events, networking opportunities. You could be dealing with some humanitarian goals, okay? Also dealing with futuristic energy. It's like someone who is attending the Elon Musk party. Yeah, but thinking about your future and your hopes and dreams, all that is happening. You can have a vision party, be invited to a vision party. That would make sense with this Venus in Sagittarius, and thinking about your freedom and really being open to freedom in the future. Okay. Now we have the world in reverse, and this makes me think of, you probably want to limit the things that's going on, because Sagittarius thinks in abundance. Sagittarius does things, okay? It can't think in moderation. It's just like, oh, I can do this, I can do that. Try not to commit. Limit the world of your friendships, okay? Try not to go to every party. You don't need to go to every party. Try not to be a part of every networking thing. It's not working for you, and that's probably what you will learn during this Venus in Sagittarius, okay? Yeah, that is what I have for you guys. Let me know how it works out for you guys. All right, I will see you guys next time. Bye. Okay, Pisces, let's see what we have for you. The full moon is happening in your second house. No. Oh, well, we don't have it here. Let me put it here. Oops. Okay, I already know. It's happening in your second house, okay? And second house represents what you deem valuable. There's emotions there. It's in the sign Aries. So even what you deem valuable by yourself, or something new of what you deem valuable, okay? Finances is the focus point, or your valuables, even what you eat, okay? Could be a thing. Now, it's not seen eye to eye with that 8th house, and it's like yourself versus joint ventures. You sharing some money with someone, okay? Or maybe there's a loan or taxes that you owe. That could be a thing here. This is dealing with what you deem valuable versus the secrets and taboo and mysteries of things, okay? That could be happening as well. The 8th house is also representing power over what you deem valuable. Now, it's causing some tension between a big change in friendships, a big change in what you are going to have for your hopes and dreams. That's challenging you. At the same time, your children, If you have children, that's what is challenging. If you don't have children, because that's very Cancer energy, this could be someone who's in a relationship, a new romantic relationship, and there's a challenge there, or maybe even a relationship with yourself, okay? Because that is a thing, and really having your self-expression and your true, like, ooh, this is really how I want to express myself and have fun and have joy. All of this is challenging you. Now, let me see what the full moon is going to bring for you. We have the Black Moon Lilith in Aquarius. Honor your individuality. That transformation there that's happening with your friendships, you need to focus on yourself, which is dealing in that 5th house. So there's emotions here. The Aries full moon is going to focus on yourself and you being truly who you are and really expressing yourself, because an Aquarius is not going to care. It's going to be very out of the box. Now, Venus is going to enter that 10th house in the sign Sagittarius, and when it enters the 10th house, you're going to be really getting a lot of attention in regards to your career, your public life. Okay. Yeah, it's career, public life. Venus is going to boost some public image of some sort. If you are on social media, more likes, more engagement here, recognitions, new opportunities, express your values, be adventurous because it's in the sign Sagittarius, and connect with very influential people. Let me see what we have. Now there's an opportunity that was coming your way and you missed the opportunity with the Venus in Sagittarius, and you're like, what? That is the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. Now this opportunity for finances was missed on you because maybe you are doing too much. Okay, so be aware of trying to be influenced by too many people, because Sagittarius wants to take it all and do so much, and when you don't have vision here and when you're like this, it's too hard to focus. I want you to be aware, but it doesn't matter. There's going to be plenty of opportunities coming your way, and have fun. One, also try to narrow it down. Two, okay? I will see you guys next time. Yeah, that is what we have for our cards. Oh, I realized I wasn't sharing the things. The chart anyway, but yes, thank you guys for watching. If you guys have any questions, because I see there are some people here live, if you want me to pull any cards for you, because I have about 5 minutes, I can, as I unshuffle these cards. Let me know if you guys have any questions. I can pull a card for you if you want. Let me see while I'm mixing my cards back up. Any questions you guys want answered? Don't be scared. It is free. Get your opportunity while you can, because then I will be leaving. Okay. And look at that. I am now done. Any questions? All right. All right. I will see you guys next time. Thank you guys for watching. Bye.